to bring up reaction channels, but Zachary Michael's a really good example. Like, he went to college for what he was doing for his career, and he ended up quitting his career to react to me.
Yeah, number one, I don't know that you could say that about Zach. Right? Zach has his own problems, and for you to assume that it was just for you, just again shows how freaking simple-minded you are and how you don't think. And listen, I am no Zachary Michael stan, as you've seen, because I think he gives her a pass for a lot of stuff. Okay, because I guess he has mental issues too. I have mental issues, but I'm also lived in the real world, and I've been out of the college sort of genre for a while. There are certain things in the real world that you need to do. And what she's doing right now, which is prolonging her childhood, is not serving her or anybody who watches her and supports her. Hello, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. So I see our girl has posted another live last night, and let's take a look at it together. I'm going to watch it so you don't have to. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I am going to only stick to the highlights because nobody wants to sit here for an hour and 40 minutes again. So the other brief thing, I guess Destiny was not in Amberlynn's chat on Saturday. So sorry if I made it seem like she was, but we all thought she was. So because Mr. Snowflake was in there. So anyways, without further ado, and also, let me back up for a second. I haven't seen this yet. So you're getting a raw reaction, and then I'm going to cut out like the pauses, the repetitiveness, the things I don't care about, which honestly, guys, I cut a bunch of the talk about her sexuality out from Saturday because that's not my wheelhouse. I'm really not qualified to talk about that. So I'd rather just not discuss that portion. All right. So now, without further ado, let's get on with it.
Did you really walk home when Destiny left you at Walmart? Yes, I started to. I think that story is so, like, the fact that it was 1 a.m. and you left your partner at Walmart at 1 a.m. like, is so, like, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Yeah. But the reason is what happened? Why did you decide to walk home? Did she up and leave you at Walmart, or did you leave?
All while she's still talking to her ex behind my back. No wonder why she called me Pookie, because she was talking to Pookie behind my back. So funny. Yes, you can ask questions about Destiny. This isn't going to be like a ongoing situation type deal. I just feel like it's important that I'm able to. I actually had my 11th therapy today. So hello. And I talked to my therapist about this, and he agrees that I should be able to share my side and my story, and I agree.
Yeah, she said 10 years to do that. So were you being disingenuous now, or were you being disingenuous then? Also, I think I made a comment. Looks like she is wearing eyeshadow today, so that's good. Her eyes look better. I do like that color on her lips.
Krista said that would be an immediate breakup for me. Yeah, the whole situation is so... But yeah, I'm in the wrong. That's so funny.
But she leave you at Walmart, or did you run away from Walmart?
Congratulations on the ongoing therapy. Thank you. I am so proud. I am like beyond proud of myself, because it's like I don't go in there with like, oh, I'm just gonna like half-ass it today. I always give my all, and I give my full self to the situation. And yeah, I love that. Why did she leave me at Walmart? Because okay, so there was I'm pretty sure it was a Subway or a Burger King, I don't know. It was like inside of the Walmart, and she called me Pookie, and that really upset me because, like, my gut and my intuition is always right. And it just made me
No,
feel
it's
really
not.
uncomfortable that she did that. And
That's your biggest problem. That you think your gut and your intuition's right all the time. It's never right.
I later found out that it's because she was still talking to her ex behind my back. She was re-downloading and downloading an app to talk to her ex behind my back. So, anyways, she called me Pookie, and I was upset
But you didn't know that at the time. You only recently found that out.
by it. So, I didn't want to be in her presence. So, I actually went and sat down in the subway, and I was just trying to calm down because it upset me. Like, I have every right to feel upset. Like, don't gaslight me. Don't invalidate my feelings. I was upset. I needed to breathe. And she said she couldn't find me, but yet I was sitting right in front of the entrance in the exit of Walmart. She is a joke. She is a lie. And yeah, so.
I don't know. Whatever.
So then I think it was a Burger King. It was either a Burger King or a Subway. I don't remember which one it was, but I do remember them mopping their floors. I do remember that. Because I was just sitting there watching it happen. My outfit's weird. Thank you. I love being weird. I was a hardcore hater, but then realized that you are a normal person who makes mistakes. People really think you should be perfect. Thank you so much for the super chat and so much for having common sense.
Thank you for gassing her up.
We all make mistakes. We all do things that we either regret or we learn from. I am not going to address a reaction channel. Again, this is also something I talked about in therapy today. My therapy very much consisted of me talking about YouTube today. And I hate that because I don't want to go into therapy talking about YouTube. I need to talk about more and I need to take advantage of my therapy sessions, but I have been.
Well, why? Because we're the ones that are driving you with, or increasing your trauma, making you feel bad. Of course you should talk about us.
Very bothered with people thinking that they have proof that I was not molested. That is
talking about Mr. Snowflake.
Disgusting. My therapist today told me that when you go through trauma, especially when you disassociate or in the moment you have so much anxiety over situations that you lose certain memories and certain details. And that is something that we talked about. And no, I did not change my story. Like,
she changed her story.
So when I say that my dad's friends sexually assaulted me, I mean that in the sense of sexually harassed me. And I have shared that several times, that there are people that my dad would buy drugs from and would be in and out of the trailer. That it's not assault. Thank you for clearing that. That is a completely different situation.
Was it a workplace environment type deal? That's the only other place I've ever heard sexual harassment.
Compared to when I was molested when I was a child. That is a completely different story. And
so her father's friends were probably catcalling her. Okay. Now, I'm curious, maybe I guess with not the younger generations, but the older generations, no matter what you look like, you always got catcalled. Some men are assholes. Sorry. I love men, but some of them are assholes.
People are confusing the two?
No, sweetheart. If you wouldn't have put that out there in 2014, we wouldn't be confused. So you should try to stop airing all your, trauma on the internet, because the internet's forever. And when we catch a difference in story, we're going to call you on it. That's how it works.
Vince, I would honestly love to stop talking about it. I wasn't even the one who brought it to anyone's attention on YouTube. I might have talked about it years and years ago, but as for right now, it's not something that I was talking about on my YouTube, and it's a reaction channel who decided to go to things that I used to say a decade ago.
You know, I don't know if you can categorize Mr. Snowflake as a reaction channel. He's making a documentary of Amberlynn Reid, and he does the research. Bravo to him.
Or 8 years ago, and it's really fucking weird and it's really creepy.
Welcome to the internet, Amber. If you had a job and a boss, probably they would Google you, and probably stuff like that would come up.
Why did I use the mattress? Because I was bleeding so much and I did not want to sit on their furniture. So I would sit on a mattress and I'd put towels down.
And yet, no one thought that that was a problem. See, where were all the adults? Okay. There were supposed to be adults, but nobody said, gee, Amber, you're bleeding like a stuffed pig for a year. Go to the ER, and instead of complaining about a UTI, say, you know, I probably got a UTI because I am fucking free bleeding all over the place. I can't stop bleeding. And believe me, because I've been there, they're going to say, ooh, let's take a peek and why she won't stop bleeding.
Has Destiny reached out to me? Yes, she's freaking weird. I don't understand what her motive is, but like yesterday she sent me a picture of me and her mom on the beach. Wait, what was it exactly? Let me go look. Where is it? Me, and it says fuck cancer. Like, what are you doing? Watch, I'll even show you guys.
Oh, yeah,
I just don't
show
want to
us.
show her number because her number is not saved on my phone and I'm not here to dox. Let me just take a screenshot of it. Not here to dox anybody new. That's what she sent me. And I said, why are you sending me this? Like, it's weird and I don't really know what.
Well, maybe she said because you said that Nendy was like a mom to you. Maybe she thought, well, let me make Amber feel good and send her this picture to remind her how much Mendy was like a second mom to her.
Her motives are, and my favorite of it all is
Also, Amber, make sure you assume the worst motives possible, because that's all anybody could have against you, or the worst motives possible.
Dana even said, like, she's totes fine with me talking about this. Like, it's so funny. Destiny is literally messaging Dana behind her current fiance's back and denying it on live stream in front of her fiance, but yet Dana sent me screenshots, which no, I will not show those. But
well, wait a minute. I thought Destiny yesterday or Sunday in a response said that she was talking to Dana because she was close to her, Dana's family. I don't know. Listen, Kicking Geese, Justine, hi. You said it the right way. These people are all trashy, okay? Because you just don't do that. I just don't understand. The rest of the regular world does not act like this.
I'm like, what is actually happening? Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like YouTube right now is so heavy. Like, it's so heavy.
Not gonna say it.
And that's why I want to do these live streams, to just get everything out, because it's just a lot. Oh, okay. Why didn't you go see a gyno for the bleeding? Okay, so this is something I also would love to clarify. I actually went to doctors and I went to the ER a couple of times. I went to both. And every single time I was told that it was just a UTI.
Did you explain you were bleeding? That is not a UTI. Like, okay, let me back up. You can get a UTI from bleeding like that because there's a lot of stuff going on and it's hard to keep clean when you're constantly bleeding. That's why. She probably did have UTIs. But they should have dug, or she should have said, but why am I bleeding so much?
Nothing to worry about. And I have actually vlogged these things, so there is physical proof.
No, the physical proof is you having a UTI. You never mentioned to us that you were constantly bleeding from 2018. All right. I remember her being, this is when I remember because I was kind of going through something similar at approximately the same time. When she was on that vacation to Lexington, where they never left the hotel room and all they did was eat food in the hotel in Lexington, she was talking about her being on her period again for the second time this month. I remember commenting on one of the reaction channels, she needs to get to an OBGYN. That is not normal. Okay. You tell anybody, any doctor, hey, I'm always bleeding. She should have kept a calendar of the times when she noticed it, and they would have looked into it further.
That I did do these things. And every single.
Also, the ER is only there to catch the immediate problem. All right. They probably said, girl, you need to get that bleeding checked out. But the UTI was the pressing problem at the moment.
Time I was just left with a UTI. But yet I showed a lot of signs of cancer. My white cell count was super high and just a lot of different things like that. So as for not going to the gyno, that is
white cells. What happens when your white cells are high? Hold on. I'm curious. Yeah. Okay, this is from the Cleveland Clinic. And let's read. It's an infection. Yeah, your body's fighting an infection. I don't know. And cancer. I don't know. Let's see. Leukemia, lymphoma. Yeah, a high white blood cell count could signal certain types of cancer, such as leukemia or lymphoma, a blood cancer. But more often, it is a sign of inflammation or infection. When there is a pathogen in your body, your immune system releases cells to fight it off and heal your body. Blood cancers, yeah, here. Cleveland Clinic. Leukocytosis? Yeah. This means you have more white blood cells than normal. Leukocytosis is a normal immune response and isn't always a cause for concern. Most of the time, it means that your body is fighting off infection or inflammation, which, let me tell you, she's probably riddled with inflammation. However, there are times when a high white blood cell count could mean something more serious, such as leukemia or the other blood cancers, right? I don't know that it means anything to do with uterine cancer.
Is 100% my fault. I was freaking terrified. But then also being told, everything's fine. It's just a UTI. Take some antibiotics.
Because it was a UTI. Okay, it was. A UTI and bleeding have nothing in common. Well, except for they're both in the nether regions. And really, like I said, bacteria can cause UTIs. It does cause UTIs.
So I like to believe the professionals, So yeah, but there was.
She's so fucking dense, guys. This is, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it through this, guys. She's just such an idiot.
Was a few times, like there was a doctor that I had that actually, my roommate saw. Like we all had the same doctor, and we all really, really liked this doctor.
Is she talking about the psychiatrist?
And I believed her when she said, "It's nothing to worry about. You just have a really bad UTI." And
wait a minute. All right, that doesn't seem. I remember them talking about the same psychiatrist, but remember, she had no insurance at the time. Okay, the ER was her doctor. Like even a walk-in clinic, they would have. I don't know, whatever.
And
she's an idiot.
I don't know. Exactly. Someone just said, do UTIs make you bleed that bad? They told me they did.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. All right, here. wait a second. For fun, let's see. Let's check her. Let's say if she would have said, um, all right, we're going to go to the Cleveland Clinic again. Abnormal uterine bleeding. Abnormal uterine bleeding is bleeding between monthly periods, prolonged bleeding, or an extremely heavy period. Possible causes can include fibroids, polyps, hormones change, and in rare cases, cancer. All right. All I Googled was woman bleeding all the time. It's not hard. Okay. She probably thought the bleeding was normal and the pain from the UTI is what caused her to seek medical treatment.
When I was diagnosed with cancer, I felt so alone and I felt so scared. So I joined this group, and a lot of people who also had the exact same cancer I did, we all share the same story, and we were either A, too blind, or too ashamed, or too scared. We were just like riddled with fear. So it stopped us from going to the gyno. So many people.
Okay, that I will buy, because I don't know one single woman who likes getting a pelvic exam. They hurt, they're uncomfortable, they're just the worst thing in the world. I'm sorry you were handed a body with female parts, okay? You have to do it. It's like going to the dentist. I don't know anybody who likes going to the dentist, okay? You got to do it. You got to take care of yourself. Talk about being an advocate.
People who have had uterine cancer all experience the same thing. I mean, it seems like that. And yeah. Do you ever go back and rewatch your old videos? Yes, I do. I'm not saying it's the doctor's fault.
Yes, you are.
I'm just sharing my story and what happened. And that's what happened. I love you too, Ashley.
You were too afraid to go to the doctor. Admit it. Or you were too afraid to explain what was really going on. So she went to the ER. She had the pain from the UTI, because let me tell you, UTIs don't tickle. And she never got into, hey, I'm constantly bleeding. I'm telling you, that's what happened.
Yes, I would visit North Korea.
She'd visit North Korea. Okay. You got the internet right here, Amber. See what I'm doing? You can do that. I don't know. Maybe that's hard on a live to actually, yeah. Okay, cool. Was that Foodie Beauty who did a, yeah, it was. It was Foodie Booty who did Kim Jong-un's face, or Kim Jong-un's profile, and French Fried Girl's face. I wonder if that's why they're mentioning it to her.
Like, I'm not here to spill.
I wonder what, honestly, if she did go to North Korea, I wonder what she'd look like, because a lot of those people are starving right now.
Tea or anything like that. That's not why I'm here. That's
like they're literally starving.
Not the type of person I am. Do I have a third person living with me? No. Just me and Feline.
Feline and I. And yeah, so did you guys hear the whole theory of the leg? Who was that? I think it was a dangling ankle showed it. I don't know. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to catch up on everybody.
Did my therapist tell me to stop doing YouTube? No.
Because then you couldn't pay him.
You are big. Correct. Are you really truly think you are being honest with your therapist? Yes. To the point of where sometimes it's like, it's hard, like, especially today, like, I opened up about something today that, like, normally I would just, like, leave in the back of my mind, wouldn't even be honest with myself type thing. And I'm very, very honest in my therapy. I'm here to take advantage. I pay over $200 per session, so I'm not gonna.
Oh my God, $200. She pays over $200. I'm glad she finally admitted this because, okay, so $200 is a lot, but $172 on plastic junk she'll probably throw out. Good deal.
Sit here and not take advantage of it because it's been freaking pricey as hell. And yeah,
$200 times 12. So it's approximately 2,400 probably. All right, benefit of the doubt, let's say 3 grand. 3 grand to finally fix your mind and change your life when surgery is probably 30. Are you kidding me? She's so idiot. Oh
when people assumed that I hit Destiny's mom, which I didn't, so thank you, Destiny, for clarifying that.
Because you had admitted you hit Crystal. That's why we assumed.
Thank you for being honest. People were like crazy attacking me. Like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you'd be abusive and you'd hit somebody. Da, 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 da. Then when Destiny came back to clarify, Amberlynn didn't hit my mom. My mom beat up Amberlynn. All the same people are now, oh, Amberlynn deserved it. It's just like, I think that, like, that very situation has made me realize, like, more than ever, where people's hearts are. Like, 100%. For anyone to, like, validate abuse.
No, nobody should validate abuse. I just think that you pissed her off so bad she flipped out. Not right of Mindy. No, no, obviously you should never do that, but you're in her house, you're sitting around, you're talking about, sitting around all day while everybody else is out working, and for you to just sit there and eat her out of house and home, okay?
Yikes on bikes. It's not okay. And thankfully, so thank you again, Destiny. Her last live stream that she did right after I did one, obsessed much, she did clarify that I have not lied about anything regarding her mom. So
I haven't had a chance to see it, so I take it at her word.
Thanks, Destiny, again. Justice, it's okay. They can be cruel. Like, honestly, they can. But it's just funny because, like, me and Destiny said pretty much the same exact story, word for word, when it came to her mom hitting me. And everyone believed Destiny. But then for me, everyone's like, you're a liar. And being biased. It's literally, for the lack of a better word, it's like, it's just biased. Destiny is a known cheater and liar. And people are just...
Well, so are you. Pot calling the kettle black.
Choosing to believe her because it's more fun.
Well, because you're a piece of shit.
It's more very much be like, well, here's some screenshots. Well, here's some tea. Here's some of this. Here's some of that. And I'm not that person no more. And
anymore. And this is why nobody believes you. Either come with receipts or be quiet.
That just shows, like, if this was just about money, this would have already happened. I'm only on here because Destiny started this. So if this was about money, or I wanted to manipulate the audience or whatever it may be, or I wanted drama on my channel, this would have already happened. It would have happened years ago. But I'm only doing this because I feel like put up against a wall, kind of, a little bit.
But how? You could just go ahead and make silly vlogs and ignore the comments or turn them off. There's nothing here. Bella! There's nothing here forcing you to make these videos to defend yourself. The worst thing you can do is address the rumors. All right? Just go on with your life, be a better person, and just, leave it at that.
So
maybe make a written statement. How about that? Say, listen, I realize that there's all these rumors about me. I will not be addressing them, period.
So it's like the fact that this is also my job, having to defend myself.
No.
It's rough. It's crazy. It's a weird situation to be in. So yeah. No, I swear to God, I sit on her and she likes it. I'm not even lying. I hate it. Like, I don't hate it. I hated it in the beginning because I am.
Sorry, guys. I had gone to get some coffee because this is boring and I need more coffee. Yeah, I wasn't going to go here, but she's harping on it. The whole sitting thing is kind of a fetish. So, hey, again, I'm not here to talk about anything that department, but that's why people are kind of like saying this.
I'm a self-conscious bitch. But y'all, there are people out there who do not give a fuck if you're fat. They don't give a fuck. They see beyond that. And she's one of.
Well, all right, guys. Sorry about this. There are some people who really like fat. God bless them. Just don't be such an ignorant person about it.
Have I put hearts in a jar? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you forgot. It's kind of funny. So she should go back and watch that video since she likes to watch her old videos.
Bullet journal is in the office. I'm currently in the living room.
Well, have you filled it out? Show us.
Yes, I do have a Telfar bag, which is also from Feline. Wow, I sound spoiled.
Is it ignorance for me, guys? I have no idea the brand that they're talking about.
A little spoiled. Oh my gosh. That's actually goals.
And exactly where does Telfar? Okay, guys, here we go. I don't even know how to. Yeah, these are ugly. They're not that expensive either, and they're ugly. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say they're ugly. They're not my taste. Okay, don't come for me. Well, come for me. Go ahead. I don't care. Let me see. Jewelry. $215. Although, what color are hers? Hers are silver. So gold, silver. I wonder if they're real silver. And they're probably the large. Let's see. 235. Yeah, okay. Silver and rhodium plated. But, okay, not my style, but okay. But where does she get the money to do this? That's what I don't get. Like, if she has some kind of a not telemarketing. So work from home job where she's on the computer all day. What does she do? Like, because if it's just straight up customer service, they don't really make that much. I don't know, unless she's like a computer programmer. Who knows? Maybe she is.
How would I spend $1 million?
Big bucks.
I would give a lot of it away, I feel like. Like, my first thought was giving it to people who need it. I mean, I would keep some, obviously, but that's the first thought that I had. I've already made $1 million in my lifetime. I know it don't look like it.
That's really sad. That's really sad. I'm sure she has made $1 million, and what does she have to show for it? A 550-pound body. That's all she has to show for it, guys, and a bunch of junky freaking jewelry and clothing from Amazon. That's sad.
God.
She could have had a small, modest house with a backyard fenced in. So, Twinkie can go out and play, and it just would have been, she could like actually do gardening.
Can I bring back my intro music? Maybe. I just feel like no one liked it.
No, please don't. I'm not, guys, I'm not a fan of the big intros. That's why I try to keep mine short and sweet.
It's so funny when people say ALR doing live streams because she wants money. So annoying. That's like someone going to work, like going to be a waitress, or someone writing a book, or someone, whatever they may do, starting OnlyFans. It's because people need money to survive.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, because I'm here to earn money. Actually, I would just be happy recouping the amount I spent on the equipment, like the new computer, the lights.
Things that should be free, like a roof over your head and water and food, are not free things. So, yeah.
This one's an idiot. An idiot. An idiot. Who? Okay. Let's Miss North Korea Lynn. North Korea Lynn. How could food, water, and shelter be free? All right. So if you all were to work in like a collective, so like, I guess there's communities that do this. You all, help out, you farm, you do things, and then, it's free in that, but you have to work. Somebody has to work. Okay. You could never do a collective because you would never be able to do the hard work required. This one is such an idiot. It makes my blood boil. And she makes more money than I do with a degree, 2 degrees, actually. Okay. And here I am reacting to her early on a Tuesday morning.
Yes. Some people only have to write one book. It goes famous and they're done for the rest of their life. It goes famous. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Who is that? Who wrote one book and is set for life? Who? Because like even like, I don't know, Stephen King, Danielle Steele, who writes only one book? Like nobody. Obama, he wrote a book, but he's also the former president. Like, who writes just one book and then retires? That doesn't make any sense. And again, just highlights your stupidity.
It's 2023, fixing to be 2024 before we know it. And not to bring up reaction channels, but Zachary Michael's a really good example. Like, he went to college for what he was doing for his career, and he ended up quitting his career to react to me.
Yeah, number one, I don't know that you could say that about Zach. Right? Zach has his own problems, and for you to assume that it was just for you, just again shows how freaking simple-minded you are and how you don't think. And listen, I am no Zachary Michael stan, as you've seen, because I think he gives her a pass for a lot of stuff. Okay, because I guess he has mental issues too. I have mental issues. But I'm also lived in the real world, and I've been out of the college sort of genre for a while. There are certain things in the real world that you need to do. And what she's doing right now, which is prolonging her childhood, is not serving her or anybody who watches her and supports her.
Talk about weird. I feel like that's weird. I don't know. Like, that's just an opinion. Everyone can have it. Everyone can have one.
It's like an asshole. Everybody has one.
Like, that's weird. Like, going to college, like you're literally actively in a career, and then you quit to react to Amberlynn Reid, a very boring YouTuber. Like,
yeah, and you're not the only one, sweetheart. And I don't even think like, so he does like 600-pound sisters or half-ton sister. Oh my God, I don't remember what the name of the show is. Tammy and the Slaytons. Okay, I think that's really what brings in the bucks for him.
Like, that's weird. That's a little weird. And everyone's all loves it because he reacts to me. It's just more of like the hypocrisy. Hypocrisy.
Reacting to me.
Ma'am. It's just people being hypocrites. And it's like a lot of people agree that it's weird. Thank you. I agree. It is weird, but I mean, make your money. I based on how much I make and how much I've made in the past, I pretty much know for the most part how much he makes, and it's a lot. He makes a lot of money. So I get why he quit his job. You come for me.
Again, you assume it has something to do with you. It might. Actually, I don't know why he quit his job. I mean, it was around the pandemic time. I mean, who knows what his issues are, and it's his prerogative.
And I put in more work. No tea, no shade.
Did she just say what I thought she said? She puts in more work? She puts in more work.
I film my life. I talk about my true innards. Yeah, I think that is a quote, please. Like my last vlog or my last live stream, people love the quote. I said she left me like a raisin because it's true. She did. She left me like a raisin.
How about she left you like a grape, so you became a raisin?
Easiest way for me to make money is to react to videos. I've reacted to 5-6 videos in the last decade.
No, baby girl, the way for you to make money is this and mukbangs.
Like, it's so weird that like that's my life, that people want to see it. That's something that people want to see so bad that they also watch it through other people. They like watch people watch me. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy.
Welcome to YouTube? I don't know.
And I mean, that is what it is. It truly is what it is. And this might be one of my narcissistic tendencies, if you will. Or as my therapist called me out today, low key called me out.
Good.
Said that because I didn't get the attention and a love that a child should get, that I'm probably trying to get that from strangers online. Which, you know what? Might be right.
So, you know what this gives me vibes of? So you with who've survived small children and the other moms, especially sport moms, it's like them saying, like, they fish for people to tell them, oh, you do too much for your kids. Oh, you do too much. They fish for that. It's like it's not a backhanded compliment. It's like the opposite of a backhanded compliment. Okay. It's like a backhanded snide comment. I don't know what to call it, but do you know what I mean?
Be true. Now let's dig a little. Something that I recently discovered that I've been going through, which is really weird and happened in the middle of therapy today, is like, which I got called out again by my therapist, is I disassociate or dissociate. I don't really know much about it.
Bullshit. Didn't she say in her last live stream she blacked out when Mindy was beating her? Maybe she didn't know what the word disassociate meant.
But I know the fucking girl, we all have a sad story. Stop acting like a victim. I am a victim to some things. We all are, unfortunately. And something I've also learned in therapy. Therapy is very much my personality trait. Yes.
Victimhood is your personality trait. Is that what you're saying?
When you take it seriously. I've learned that people are very unsympathetic to certain situations, and it's so easy for people to say stop being a victim when they just don't give a shit about you, like as an individual. And
because you wear your victimhood like a badge. That's why. Because we all have issues, guys.
And it is what it is. No, I have not done Delta 8 in over a month. I miss it a lot.
Did you guys catch that last time I tried to do Delta 8, but all it made me do is look stupid?
There was a moment through this whole YouTube thing and this and that and Destiny and my sexual assault coming back up, and oh my God, and some personal stuff with my brother and my dad. Like, between all of that, I almost went back to Delta 8, and like Feline had to like look me in the eye and be like, you don't want to do that. So thank God for her.
Yeah, and it's not really addictive. I don't. Some crackers, guys. I guess anything can be addictive, but that's not addictive.
No. Feline does not eat cornstarch, and neither do I.
Does she not realize cornstarch is in like a lot of stuff, especially with sauces and things? Did the ignorance on this one? I can't.
Someone asked if you ate cornstarch.
Well, frigging duh. I'm sure you don't spoon it into your mouth. That's not how cornstarch works. Idiots.
She likes watching people eat cornstarch, which I do too, because it's so satisfying that like it makes you want to do it, but bro, not happening.
People eat cornstarch? Are you fucking kidding me? Where? Is this a stupid ass TikTok bullshit thing? Guys, get off TikTok, okay? Just get off of it.
Oh, it doesn't make
it's rotten your brain.
You're dedicated to what you work on. Supportive.
She does customer support. I mean, the only reason that she could be making big bucks is if she is literally in technical support and she's like a higher level, not just an initial.
No, don't be tearing up. We'll save the mushy gushy for later. But yeah, she's just she's a good one. She's a good one.
Until you guys break up, and then we'll hear all the tea about her. That's how you roll.
I can.
My God, this guy, guys, this is boring as hell. I just put an Amazon order in for some stuff I needed.
Crying for no reason. Oh my God, have you never been in love? Like true, like when I think of Feline and the things that I like about her, oh my God, my mascara. And the things that I love about her, like in the person.
The things that you love about her, which she's there for you, because otherwise you'd be by yourself, which you cannot do, which is not a good trait for an adult. You should be able to be by yourself for a little bit. So that's the only reason why you love her. I'm telling you,
person that she is, it makes like I feel it like in my heart. And if you've never felt that,
she felt that with Becky, right?
See, it's so hard, like when I'm vulnerable, whether it be like I'm sad about something, or I'm crying because I love somebody, or I'm crying because I'm happy, or I'm crying because something bad happened.
Or she's crying because she wants attention.
Everyone always says crocodile tears.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is like one of the most triggering things that people say to me. And I want to be...
Because it's true.
Be vulnerable. And it's very triggering when people say that to me. It is. Because like I've said a million times over, like I'm only coming from like a true and real good place. And when people say that, it makes me feel like I'm being invalidated. And I just wonder if that's like due to my past as well. Oh, Carla.
Oh my God. No, you're the only one that feels like that. Okay. That's never happened to any of us. You are so quirky, and it's all because of your traumatizing past. None of us have gone through any of that.
I appreciate that.
I mean, this lady's going to make me pop a blood vessel, guys. This is not good.
Megan, I get canceled every single day.
Again, the intelligence is lacking with this one. Do you even know what canceled means? Canceled means that you have no platform. Right now, you're sitting at 23.7 thousand views, which isn't a lot, but for her. But this is coming from somebody who barely doesn't even crack 2,000 views. So, canceled means that you wouldn't be able to have a platform because YouTube would have taken it away. You do not get canceled every day, dummy.
Stay canceled. Like, for real. Did you guys hear her?
No, we didn't hear her because she's off fucking camera. I don't want to hear her. Either fucking mic her up or don't talk about her.
What people do to me, I have room in my heart to forgive people. There we go. I didn't know how to word it. Did I word it right? Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Amberlynn, for forgiving us. Oh, what do I owe this?
Favorites? Someone just said Delta 8 is a gateway drug to meth. No.
Okay, that was funny. Who was that? That was funny. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and find it, but that was funny.
No. Nope. I love you. I stopped Delta 8 because
it made her hungry.
Why did I? It was making me hungry. Okay, like I would get so hungry. And it's like that's the
no.
opposite.
That's that I believe. Did I get hungry on? No, I don't think I ate it all on Sunday until probably 5-6 o'clock. Which I'm trying to OMAD because when you've had weight loss surgery, if you OMAD, you really can't eat much because you get sick because you can't eat a lot at one time. So no, it didn't make me hungry. It just made me dumb and forget stuff.
Of what I want to be. So that's one of like the big reasons. And then another reason, like I was getting like anxious.
Yeah. So some of the people I know who have marijuana medical, because that's all we're allowed in Florida. I don't, believe it or not, because I don't need it. It's supposed to quell anxiety. It helps with anxiety. Okay. Doesn't make you anxious. Well, listen, to each their own, but generally marijuana brings down anxiety.
Like when I was high, I would not want to do anything. Like chores, no.
Yeah, I believe
Film,
that.
No. Clean, nah. Like errands, no. Appointments, who's that? Like it was crazy.
Wait a minute, is she indicating that she missed appointments because of Delta 8? I bet you anything she missed appointments, though. She seems like the type who would blow off a doctor.
So I just had to stop.
Where did she get said Delta 8? You know, did her and Feline go to like a smoke shop? I don't know.
Work that camo. Hey, I'm not wearing a bra. Is that okay?
Probably because she can't fucking fit in a bra anymore. Okay? And I don't know. I probably am the only one. I prefer to be some sort of protected. I don't know. I don't like my my little ladies and my little puppies, my little kittens, whatever you want to call them. I don't like them roaming free. It annoys me.
Okay, so someone just said, why did you stink so bad with Destiny? So Destiny said that it was after we were together that I smelled while me and her were friends. And I tried to explain. Right now, I'm just gonna like try my hardest to like leave my body.
She's gonna blame cancer again and her bleeding and how nobody said, hey, you shouldn't be bleeding all the time. You know, like how many women were around her? So we have Destiny, we have Becky, and we have Dana. So nobody thought to say you shouldn't be bleeding this much. Nobody thought of that.
Right now, and just say this and not look back. So one of the signs, one of my symptoms of cancer was wait, I'm trying to leave my body. I'm trying to, because I wanted to say this last time so bad and I was having a hard time because it was just a lot. Every time I start talking about this, I don't think I've absorbed that I've had cancer. That's something else.
It's like a badge she wears, okay? And listen, I'm not trying to downplay cancer, but uterine cancer's very slow growing, okay? Remember 1,000-Pound Family? Oh, what was her name? Okay. So Amanda Johnson, right? Do you remember her? 2 years after getting diagnosed with endometrial cancer, Amanda Johnson is finally focused on losing weight and can start her treatment. The family by the ton star, 37, had to postpone her cancer treatments because at 650 pounds, she was too heavy to safely undergo radiation or have a hysterectomy. But she's had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy and is ready to shift her focus from losing weight to treating her cancer. So, also, Life by Jen had uterine cancer, and they're like, we're not going to treat it. Okay.
That I think I need to work on. So, after I had my hysterectomy, obviously I did not have cancer anymore, so I didn't have any more symptoms. And
well, you didn't have a uterus or anything that could have caused it, female bleeding.
So that was not a symptom that I experienced anymore. So people like making fun of me about that, you're literally just making fun of someone that had cancer in one of their symptoms.
Yes, because cancer people are untouchable for anything else they do. Do you guys hear that? If you have cancer, we can't criticize anything else you do.
So, yikes on bikes. That's on you. And I think that's the reason why I kind of just let it play out. I don't really care. If you're going to make fun of someone's marital's, here's Rarity. Hi. Hi. So if you're going to make fun of someone's cancer symptom, that's literally on.
Yeah, well, it's not that we're making fun of it. We're telling other women who are watching you and are younger, if you're constantly bleeding, like 2 periods a month constantly, or you're always kind of spotting, okay, forget about that. Forget about spotting. When you turn 18 or become sexually active, you have to go to the gynecologist if you have female internal organs. I'm sorry. It's just what you have to do. It sucks. Nobody likes a freaking pelvic exam. Nobody. Nobody. You got to do it. It's like going to the dentist, guys. You got to take care of yourself. I'm sorry. And I'm going to have women come on here and say, "Oh, I can't leave the house," yada yada. Okay. Fine. You can't leave the house. I get it. You're bedbound. I get it, but normal women who can get around, you need to go to the gynecologist starting at 18 or sexually active, and at least once a year after that.
On you. That's actually something I talked to Eric and Ricky about, is because obviously everyone around me noticed. It's not something that was.
No, you can't hide free bleeding. No, and it does. It stinks to high heaven. I could just imagine.
Unnoticed, obviously, but after my hysterectomy, all of that changed. And again, that is something.
But she wasn't living with Eric and Ricky after that, so they didn't get to see the good spots, like her not bleeding anymore.
Else that was noticed and talked about. So, am I still frozen? Can you press 1 if you hear me, please? Thank you. Oh my God, wait, don't they have sorry.
By the way, you need to go to the OBGYN despite your, let's say you start becoming sexually active at 16. I don't care what gender that you choose. You have to go to the gynecologist. Fair enough.
Someone just called me dumb as rocks.
Yeah, pretty much. Guys, I'm fast forwarding through some of this. I really don't have the time to sit through this bullshit. Sorry.
And I just feel like it's so
cancer is so untouchable, guys.
Dude, it's so crazy. How.
So if you have symptomless cancer, let's say you have breast cancer, right? You don't feel that right away. Sometimes you never feel the lump. So they don't have a symptom. So should you make fun of them because they don't have symptoms of their cancer? She's such a fucking moron.
Oh, it's okay for people, the very people who
and nobody's making fun of your fucking cancer, Amber. They're making fun of you because you stank and you free fucking bled everywhere. So, okay. Any woman out there who's had babies, hi, they make these pads that are no joke because after they don't tell you this. After you've had a baby, you fucking bleed for 6 weeks, and not a little bit. You bleed a lot. It sucks. Okay. There are pads just for that. Why didn't somebody bring her to or go to CVS for her and get her those pads? All right. But again, all the women around her never told her that she needs to address the bleeding.
Call me like a bad person.
You're not a bad yes, you're a bad person, but you're also a fucking idiot.
Do things that are like a trillion million times worse.
Oh, my fucking God.
It is a symptom. It is. And I'm not going to fight that. I'm not going to defend that. A simple Google search can tell you that, but
yeah, and I just proved a simple Google search could tell you that it's not normal to always fucking bleed. Simple Google search.
I lived it.
Yeah, and you didn't have to. That is our point. You didn't have to live like that for 2 fucking years. You didn't. The first couple months where you kept getting your period, that was when the time was to contact a OBGY fucking N. No, they're not perfect. They can miss things too. But I will tell you, if they would have got in there, they maybe could have stopped the endometrial cancer. I don't know. I have no idea. But, you know, maybe you could have been treated sooner. Or had the hysterectomy to stop the bleeding. Okay? Because that's annoying. And nobody wants to leave the house when they're bleeding like that. Believe me.
And people were wondering, how did you get diagnosed with cancer? So I want to explain this real quick. I was bleeding for over 2 years. And then there were some times where I would bleed so much, like half of the toilet would get filled. And one night in particular scared the fuck out of me. And I looked at my girlfriend at the time and I said, I need to go to the ER. And we ended up going. And I ended up bleeding.
Yeah, remember Becky wouldn't take her?
Bleeding all over the hospital floor. I had to sit on it was like one of those like toilets that move. It was just
a commode
falling out of me. I had uterine lining and blood clots completely just falling out of me. I know this is very much TMI. I'm sorry.
I think there's a picture somewhere.
And so I got sent into an emergency DNC.
Yeah.
This was to make the bleeding not stop completely, but to stop that from happening.
Well, they'd scrape it out. I've had a DNC. It's common.
Someone said it's called a period. Actually, if you Google, you could see the photos that I am talking about. It was not a period, honey.
But don't Google your symptoms.
That was not a period. So they took.
But though I will say, whoever commented on that, I'm not even watching the comments anymore. A lot of women do have just regular heavy periods. Okay, it happens, but the point is, it's not the heaviness of the period; it's how often you're getting it.
Took some uterine lining, the tissue, and they biopsied it.
Yeah.
Yesterday was actually 3-year anniversary of me getting diagnosed with cancer. It was on the 4th of June in 2020. I got the call, which was 4 to 5 days after they biopsied my tissue. And they said...
Over the phone. They told her she had cancer over the phone.
So how I got the grade and like the stage was when they gave me my hysterectomy. They tested everything. My cervix, my ovaries, everything.
Which are gone now.
And thankfully, I had endometrial cancer, which is uterine cancer, which is cancer in the womb, however you want to word it. Thankfully, it was staged kind of farther than I thought it was going to be honest. But it wasn't like at the worst. It was stage 1B, grade 2. So it was going into the muscle of my uterus. And a lot of people say you had precancerous cells. Is so fucking offensive.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that bullshit. I just don't really care that much. But again, it should be a word to the wise that this story is not about her bad doctors. It's about her and the people around her not giving her good advice.
That is not what happened. I had endometrial cancer, stage 1B, grade 2. And I still don't think I've processed it.
Well, so you never lost enough weight to get the MRI to make sure you're all good. So there's that.
Because I feel kind of detached from that. And yeah, I feel really detached. Is it because you weighed so much? That is initially how it started.
Well, yeah, and I've been there because when you're that heavy, you do not want to go to the OBGYN because it's humiliating. Got to do it. I'm so sorry. Sorry you were born with female parts internally. You have to go.
My whole life, even in high school, I would have the craziest periods. I wouldn't have periods for like 6 months, and all of a sudden I would have a period
So when she was in foster care, nobody ever took her to the doctor. Got it.
for a full month. Like my whole life, I have had the craziest fucking periods.
But again, she's never been to the OBGYN. Why? How did that not happen when she was in foster care?
And then all of a sudden, it was like 2 years I didn't have a period at all. And during that time, explanation, a bunch of bullies and people with nothing better to do.
Well, then don't. All right? Then shut down right now.
That's how it feels. But I'm trying to explain myself to the people who care. It's not for
the people who care. They don't care what you say. They're going to be babies, okay? They don't know any better. That's why I'm here.
the trolls, nothing like that. Yeah, it's fucked up. And it is because of my weight, because
No, it's because you didn't seek proper treatment.
Your weight, whether you are too small or too big, can mess with someone's hormones, which then messes with someone's
That's
period.
True. But you can still get endometrial. Skinny people get endometrial cancer too. But your problem is you didn't seek out help when it first started.
So I do. Oh, I just constantly would put myself in the shoes of like little children getting it. It's just so fucked.
Yeah, it's so fucked that you cannot. Oh my God. She just compared herself to children who get cancer. Endometrial cancer. She compared that to like leukemia or God only knows. She really just did that, guys.
Did I go through chemo? I did not. I was supposed to go through radiation, but they said due to my weight, that it was probably a good idea that I didn't do it because it would have been more of a risk if I did. So again, another thing for me.
So I remember back in the day, and now I have to go back and look, but I'm not going to. She said that she didn't need radiation because they got it all, remember? But they couldn't be 100% sure because she couldn't fit in the fucking MRI machine.
Me to blame my weight. Hold on. Oh, I'm not mad. I'm the opposite of that.
Yeah, she's actually delighted. This was a lot of fuel for her.
So good. The time, and we're just in a little live stream moment. There's probably going to be a couple more.
Oh,
but we're going to go back to like videos.
A couple more.
Oh, someone called me a goddess. Oh, I'm blushing. Stop. No, I'm joking.
No, you're not.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun. It's been rocky ride. My live streams are forever. It's like a roller coaster. So
yeah, because she really has the inability to think on her feet. Okay. So listen, guys, I'm gonna call it here. It's getting late. I got things to do. I have an actual life to lead. So guys, that was a bumpy ride for me. So it's now 2 hours and 4 minutes of raw footage. I am going to shorten the hell out of this. She gets really repetitive about the cancer, and I felt like I was getting repetitive. So I'm going to try to cut a lot of that out. Other than that, besides her being a complete moron and King John Lynn, there was really nothing of substance here. But yeah, she got me going. She got me good, guys. I need to go take some more acid reflux medicine because she literally gave me heartburn. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your views, comments, subscriptions. You guys are the best, and you make it possible for me to come out here. And thank you so much for listening to little old silly me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.